Foldable at a sale price that is ending in 60 minutes. So like Cinderella, this pumpkin is going to be gone at midnight. And we have the SWFT F.X Foldable design electric bike with a 350-watt motor, 20-mile-per-hour speed. We've got Craig Smith zooming around here with ease on this bike. This is one of my favorite brands here at QVC, and it should be $779 usually. For the next 60 minutes, you can get this for $709.98, which means saving $69. You're also saving with free shipping and handling on this. 5 easy payments of $142 will get it home. It is foldable, it's easy on the go, and it is going to be that perfect addition to your home because you can use this as a regular bike. You can also use it with 3 different pedal assist modes. So say you are going out on that beautiful summer day, you have gone on that long bike ride, and you're having trouble getting home on that hill. There's no worries because you kick it into gear and it takes you all the way home. And speaking of coming home, I think we have a friend coming in through the door. Let me welcome in Mr. Craig Smith.
Hello,
we need the entrance applause. How's it going, my friend?
I love the standing ovation. I appreciate that,
Listen,
my man.
anytime.
Great to see you.
It's always a pleasure to see you. I'm throwing cards.
That's all right.
I'm so excited because we've got 60 minutes to talk about this. So if you got this in your cart, if you're thinking about it, if you wanted to try it, you've got 30 days to return it. But this is the bike to get.
This is the bike to get for a variety of reasons. So first of all, it's an electric bike. So any of those distances that you want to go and you're thinking, can't quite make it up the hill, now you can, because there's multiple ways that you can ride this, like a scooter, like a bike, get the little boost. But also, we're going to show it many times over the course of this hour. You can fold this up, stick it in the back of the SUV, stick it in the trunk of the car. It folds right up nice and easily. And we're going to show you how to do that during the course of this presentation. This is a way to get outside and have fun. And all of us have that memory. I don't know how old you were, probably about 5, maybe 6. You got on the bike for the first time and it was like, freedom, this is awesome. Get that feeling back with this SWFT bike.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've gotten to present bikes before.
Yes.
I love a bike. Some of my happiest memories of my life, and I think for a lot of us, are riding a bike, spending that time outside. And the fact that you're able to get this, and it's not that heavy e-bike that we know. This is something that is foldable, that we can take with us, that becomes a part of our life. This is perfect for really any chapter of life, and it's going to give you that extra boost you need. Now, what do we need to know about this bike from SWFT and the foldable option of it as well?
Yeah, we'll get into the foldable option in a second, but let me showcase the one that we have right next to you, John, because this is one of the difference makers with this brand of SWFT. So the way this electric bike works, pedals just like a regular bike. You see right here, we got the pedals in here. We have the electric motor tucked away in the back. But what SWFT does that's a little bit different, and I absolutely love compared to other electric bike manufacturers, are all the electric bikes have a little throttle right here, just like you would expect on like a motorcycle or a scooter that you would ride. And this gives you that use of the electric motor. Now you're looking right now and you're saying, wait a second, why aren't the wheels spinning at all? Well, SWFT actually built in a safety feature that before you start to turn the wheel, the electric motor will not engage until you start pedaling. Once you start pedaling, now I can use that throttle and give myself that extra boost. The reason that's a difference maker is we've seen it actually happen in the QVC studio before, is that if you're standing on this side of the bike and you're like, oh, hey, this electric bike, what am I supposed to do? And you pull that throttle, you could run yourself over. If you're not ready, you accidentally grab the handlebars and go. The bike just shoots off. That will not happen with this SWFT bike. It's that safety feature built in. There's multiple others as well, like the sturdy steel frame that we have right here. But that's a big difference maker with this brand. Turn it on, get out there, start riding, having some fun. And that's the big story with this right now.
And I love that you have that safety built into it because I think sometimes there is an intimidation factor when we think of an e-bike. This is something that you can be sure of and you can take with you to all of those great locations. I mean, it's the days of summer, it's spring, we want to be out and about, whether you're taking this to the beach, whether you're going on that vacation, maybe you're taking the RV. This is something you can fold up, put in a trunk, and you're ready to ride it on whatever terrain or wherever you're going on those travels. But the fact that you have that safety built in, you also have this sale price for the rest of the hour. It expires at the end of the day at the stroke of midnight. This is the time. Put it in your cart, check out. If you've got any questions, we will cover them in this next hour. But something that's foldable and something that also gives you that little boost when you need it.
Yeah, there's actually 3 different ways you'll be able to ride this bike. First of all, ride it like a regular bike. And the old saying goes, it's just like riding a bike, right? You hop back on, you start riding a bike again. But if you take a look at this right here, you have this little light up screen, and they have some numbers here for you. So first of all, you're gonna have your miles per hour, your distance, but you see that little number 1 there? You get to adjust that between 1, 2, or 3 levels, or all the way down to 0. And what that is, it's called pedal assist. So let's say we were to have this on 1 or 2. As soon as we start pedaling the bicycle, John, it will give you that little extra boost to get yourself started. So if you are riding up a hill and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, you'll actually feel that electric motor will kick on for you automatically. The third way,
there's many times in my life I could have used that.
By the way, when I was younger too, especially, it's like, oh my goodness, what's this hill? Is it ever going to end? But the third way is just to ride it like a scooter.
Okay.
And that's just pulling the throttle right here. And again, there's that safety feature. I'm not pedaling at all, so nothing's happening with the throttle. But if you don't want to pedal this at all, let's say you're going to go, you got the Cornhole League starting up this summer, starts up tomorrow night, it's on the other side of the neighborhood. Just give yourself 1 simple pedal with this bike, and now you can just do scooter all the way there.
Wow.
So multiple ways to zip around the neighborhood, zip into town, and just have a ton of fun. And we can get up to 20 miles an hour on this machine with no pedaling whatsoever, and that's on a flat surface. So if you want to go faster than that, you can. But I just like the fact of being able to zip here, there, and everywhere. And when you are out on a bike, it's so much different than being in a car. When you're in the car, it's like you're secluded from the world. You're on a bicycle, you're talking to the neighbors. Maybe there's that family that just moved in around the corner a year or 2 ago. You haven't had a chance to meet them yet. You ride the bike by their house, they're out in the front yard. It just sparks conversation. It's just a better way to absorb your environment when you're not locked away in a car. This is a great way to do it.
Yeah, it renews that connection, it gets you outside, and it also, the boost is crucial to me because there's so many times that I've gone out there, it's like taking a bite that you are, your eyes are bigger than your stomach and you're like, oh, I went up that hill and I cannot get my way back. This is that boost. And you can take it on all those like different trips you're going on because it is foldable. So let's take a look at what that means when we're talking about foldable.
Yeah, nice and simple. So 2 different ways that the bike folds. First of all, the handlebars fold down. So you simply pop that open and fold the handlebars down.
Okay.
And then there's a big fold right here in the middle of the frame. I simply press the button, open it up, I'll bend my knee into the frame of the bike and fold it in half.
Wow.
And another cool little thing here, if you look right down here underneath the crank, you see that little metal peg there? That prevents you from putting the actual crank of the bike on the ground. So that is what actually rests on the ground. So you're not going to damage the crank, you're not going to damage the pedals, and it just stays in this position. So this is perfect for picking it up, putting it in the back of the car, or storing it if you don't have a lot of room in your garage or in your apartment. This folds up into that nice compact size.
Now, I know you're a very strong man, Craig.
Oh, yeah, super powerful.
How much weight are we talking with this?
I think it's, what's this, about 65 pounds, I believe?
This is, I believe it is, yes.
Yeah, 65 pounds.
65 pounds.
Look at that. Not as dumb as I look, John. How about
No,
that?
listen, beauty and grace. And
Oh, there we go.
Now, this is something that when I was living in New York, everyone has those e-bikes. I had an e-bike subscription to a brand there that you dock them at the stations. They're super heavy. If you're going on those trips, they're super heavy. They're not really easy to maneuver.
And they get beat up like crazy
Yes.
too, don't they?
And the wheels, who knows what's going on with them. And when I was looking at different e-bikes, there were no options that I could fold up and take up the stairs of my apartment. Or maybe you live in a community where you have that apartment building and there's nowhere to put the bike. This is an easy way to take it up the steps or store it in those smaller garages.
And another key feature as well, if you think about, oh, I just have the bike rack on the back of my car.
Yeah.
Well, a regular bike doesn't weigh 65 pounds. So the traditional bike rack you would have on the back of a car would not be able to carry an electric bike. So that's why being able to fold it up like this, nice and simple. And look at how easy it is for me to pop it open. I grab it by the handle on the back of the seat, fold it back, just make sure all the cabling stays inside of the bike, and simply fold that in half, close the latch, lift up the handlebars, pop that into place, and fold it down. And what did that take me, about 5 or 6 seconds to get that bike back in position? And I simply power on that LCD screen, Takes about a second or two, and within what, 10, 15 seconds, I can jump back on this bike and start riding around again.
I mean, it's easy. It's also at an incredible sale price that is expiring at the end of this hour. So do not wait on this. Make sure you call 800-500-7590. That's always the best way to reach us over here on QVC2. And I am sorry to say, we have less than 200 of these to go around.
That's not a lot.
So it is not a lot. So you are saving $69 if you shop with us right now. Item number E327404. And if you want to share your story, you can call 800-600-1556. Now that is our testimonial line. If you have a Swift bike, we would love to hear from you. And this is something that is super fun, but I am wondering, when you're talking about, you turn on that little button and you get going, how long do I charge this up?
Takes 5 hours to charge from completely dead all the way to completely back to life.
Wow.
And we're looking at 25 miles of range on this bike as well. And it has on the screen, it tells you exactly how far. So far at a full charge here, I've gone 0.7 miles. We have not done a lot of miles inside the QVC studio. By the way, not the best ideal riding situation that we have here. But one thing I do want to call out, John, as well, as you can see, I'm going from turf over to the hard floors here at QVC. If you'll take a look at the front tire of this bicycle as well, look at how thick that tire is.
Yeah.
So this is going to be great. I know there's so many, we're talking with people, friends of mine from all over the country. All different places have been turning old railroads into trails.
Okay.
So there's off-road, there's gravel, there's dirt, there's asphalt, there's all kinds of different surfaces that you could ride on. Unlike those traditional road bikes, which have the super skinny tires, those are great if you want to go 35, 40 miles an hour and get yourself in the spandex all tightened up. But if you want to go for a nice ride, maybe you have to bounce over a curb. Maybe you have to bounce over a stick or something or go on some gravel. These thick tires gives you a lot of safety as well. So you're able to bounce over some things and still have a lot of fun.
And do I see a light there on the front as well?
Yep, front light as well. And I simply press and hold one of the buttons on here. That'll turn on in just a second. Just hold that button for, I think it's about 5 seconds and it'll turn itself on. So there's the reflector up top. The light itself is on underneath. And I don't want to point it directly at our cameras here at QVC, but that is a bright LED light that you have there, so it's able for you to see as you're riding down the road, also for them to see you as well. And on the back as well, you can see we've got that great reflector back there too, so everyone will be able to see you.
Getting everything covered,
when you're riding.
That light is crucial because I know there were a lot of summers. I worked in Maine for a few summers, and my only mode of transportation was a bike. And there were a few nights where the sun goes down and you're like, well, there's no street lights around here, and I can't see a thing.
Hoping for the best, John. Hoping for the best, yeah.
But this is great for those trips, for the travel. If our friends at home maybe haven't heard of Swift, would you tell us a little bit about the brand?
Yeah, this is one of the industry leaders in this e-bike space. And the e-bike space has really exploded over the last couple of years because people really want to get back out there and riding their bikes again, having fun. They're all about creating that environment for us to get out, explore, and enjoy our environments again. There's nothing quite like exploring when you're on a bike. You're in a car, you're in the SUV, you got the temperature controls, you got your music, you got all that great stuff. But how about when you're out riding around? It's that sense of freedom, and the fact that you add in the electric motor on here as well, it just gives you so much more flexibility. So if you want to ride into your downtown area to go meet your friends for coffee, or maybe you have the card game across town, or there's a farmer's market, great restaurant near you, this is such a great way to do it. Think about all those locations within, I'd say, 5 to 7 miles of your house. Where do you want to go? I live a little over a mile from a cool little downtown. They have a farmer's market on a Saturday, regularly on the weekends. If I'm not walking the dogs, I'm taking my e-bike to do all those short little trips because this is so much more fun than getting in the car for 3 or 4 minutes and then paying $5 or $10 to park somewhere. Why not take the bike? And especially one that can fold up with such ease.
I just love the fact that you have something that helps you get around. It's something that's foldable, compact, it's at a sale price, and it's great for anyone wherever they live. Whether you live in the suburbs, whether you live in the city. Craig and I have talked about this before. The Tony Awards were this weekend. One of my best friends who's a Broadway performer rides his e-bike across the Brooklyn Bridge to his show every single day.
How great is that, by the way?
Wherever you, but the fact that he's always looking for somewhere to lock it up, he has to bring it into the theater sometimes. To have something that you can fold up and you can take into your house, you can put in the trunk, this is the time to try something new. If you have someone going off to college and they're not taking a car, maybe they need a mode of transportation, pick this up as that graduation gift, or someone who's just moved to a city, gotten their first job for $709.98. You are getting this at a sale price that is going up at the end of the day, which is only about 45 minutes away. You are also getting free shipping and handling on this. You have 30 days to return it, but you're saving $69.